Hey guys, so in episode 1 we have Kelly here and she's a 20-year-old feminist studying geography and anthropology. Okay, so the first question is, what year did you graduate?
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
And was the school you went to public or private or both?
It was private school. Yeah.
Private school?
Times.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how did you find your schooling experience?
This was the toughest question because my schooling experience, I went to like 4 different schools. So I started my schooling life in New Zealand and moved to Australia when I was like 7, so like year 2. So I then went to a school like in a small town, like Mandurah. I suppose it's a small town. It's small compared to Perth.
Yeah.
And so I did most of my school down there, which, if I'm completely honest, was not a good schooling experience. Like I was so bullied for most of that experience, like and I think especially in like year 6, 7, 8 was like probably the toughest years in terms of bullying, because it's like that time when like your body's changing, so like you're getting bullied for having leg hair and arm hair and like boys are like, oh my god, you've got more armpit hair than me, and like
Shave your legs.
yeah, I know, shave your legs. And like it's also, I think, the age when like boys are starting to get interested in girls, and like you're navigating this like environment of like, oh, I have a crush on him, and like yeah, and it brought a lot of shame for me, and it brought out a lot of harassment and that sort of stuff at like a very young age. So I had to deal with some big issues at a very young age, and yeah, so I guess that kind of made those early years of school very bitter. Yeah. Not even bittersweet, just like very bitter. And I was very I just didn't trust people and didn't like myself, hated myself. I thought that, because I guess if you bully for so long, it's just like you're like, what is wrong with me?
Like identity.
Yeah, it's dented. You look in the mirror and you're like,
I wish I was someone else.
like what's wrong with me? Yeah. And then so like me and my family moved up to the city, and I went to like all girls Catholic school, which yeah, like, you know, stereotypical, like, oh, girls Catholic school, everyone's like super sweet, and
yeah.
like, but I loved it. Like, it was kind of a saving grace for me, because it was like this place where I was just surrounded by like so many bright young women that were just like, I don't know, it was just kind of like ingrained in me. Like when I was in that environment, it was just like really ingrained that like you could become whatever you wanted, you're amazing, you can do so well. Like, and there was like girls in our year that were like aspiring to be actresses or scientists or sports people, or like, and it was just such a positive environment where I just felt like the world's my oyster after this. And like, so yeah, my schooling experience was like completely like binary. Like on the one side it was like crap, and then on the other side it was like, oh my god, like life is amazing, like I have all these amazing girlfriends, like so good. Yeah, so that was my schooling experience.
Very nice. I feel like everyone's gone through that. I hate it, like people are so rude, and then you find your clique and you're like,
literally, yeah. I think everyone goes through it. Like it's like, yeah, it's definitely not like a minority thing. I think everybody goes through a phase where they're just like, what am I doing here?
Yeah,
like everyone hates me.
Okay, so when you're at school, how would you describe yourself?
Ooh. I would describe myself as like definitely like trying to conform. Like I think all through school I was trying so hard to please people, like work extra hard, go the extra mile, do the extra stuff to like be a better friend, be a better student, be a better sports person, like, and it's exhausting. And yeah, so I think that really defines me through school, just like this like, I mean, I was always like really nice and friendly, and like I was just still very like carefree person, but like inside I was like a very competitive individual, like put so much pressure on myself, wanting to prove myself. So that was definitely me in school. Maybe a little bit still now, but like not as much.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Cool. So when you were at school, what did you want to be like when you grew up, like when you graduated, what degree, job?
I fluctuated.
I think we all did.
Yeah, like when I was in like year 8, I was like, I want to be a hairdresser, or like I want to be a famous netball superstar, or I want to be a singer. Like it was just like just those kinds of things. And then when I I was in like year 9, I was like, I want to be an engineer. Like, I want to like be a hydro engineer or something like that, and like build pipes. I don't know. I could never
Something smart.
Something really smart. Like, and then when I was in year 11 and 12, I was like dead set on doing marine biology. Like, I was like, I'm gonna be a marine biologist. I'm gonna save whales. Like,
Save the ocean.
Save the ocean. And like, I'm a Piscean ocean girl. Like, so I really wanted to be a marine biologist. And yeah, obviously didn't become that, but not because I couldn't, but because I changed my mind.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think we all like have one thing set in mind, and then when we graduate and we finally get there and we're like, no, what did I?
Yeah, you look down the microscope for the first time, you're like, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
So have your goals changed from when you graduated to where you are now? So like with your degree and what you want to achieve?
Yeah, I think they definitely have. To be honest, when I graduated, my biggest goal was like, just get into UWA, into a Bachelor of Science. Like, that was all that I wanted to do. And then I got that, and I was at uni, and I was like doing this degree, and I was like, what am I doing here? Like, I hate this sucks. Like, I just so was not ready to go and study. So at that point, I had no goals for the future. I was just like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Like, I don't even want to be here. So I've kind of gone from that state of mind where I was just like aimlessly.
I'm in uni because everyone else is.
Yeah, like I'm in uni because everybody said if you take a gap year, you're slack. Like, that's so dumb. And now I'm like, yeah, my goals now are, finish my degree and like get a job in a meaningful work environment, like a field of work that is really meaningful to me and that I can see has social impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
What is your main passion, and have you already found a passion?
Oh, well, my main passion is feminism.
Yeah.
And studying like gender equity. Like, I've definitely found that that's like my little niche.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely my passion. It'll probably change and develop over time. Like, I think a lot of people on their like feminist journey like start at like, just, I'm a feminist, like, I love women, like, we've all got to be equal. And then I think as you progress, you start to find your little, like, niche of feminism that you're, like, really, like, passionate about. And I think for me, that is, like, sexual assault. Like, I'm so passionate about ending sexual assault and, like, because it's such a prevalent thing. So, I don't know, I think in the future I want to be, like, working a little bit more actively in that field in particular. But, yeah, feminism, gender equity is definitely my passion.
Yeah.
So chase that.
I'll link down all her Instagram handles and stuff.
Watch my stories.
Yeah.
Angry Feminist episode 3.
So, do you believe in a higher power or being or force? And why do you believe in that? And why do you trust in it?
Ooh, yeah, okay. I'm such a spiritualist. Like, I definitely believe in a higher power. I was Catholic, like my family's Catholic, so I guess Catholicism and like Christianity has really like formed the foundations of my spirituality, but my spirituality has like changed and developed over time, so I've kind of gone from being like Catholic, believing in God, but like I always prayed to like angels and saints, so I still like pray to angels and saints, but I don't really associate it with being like Christian or Catholic anymore. Like, I don't go to church and that sort of stuff. And I suppose like my spirituality has gone from like being religious in the sense that like I'm praying to like an external God or like an external being, to being more like inward, and like everything that I can find and create and ask for is like within me. And it's like I truly believe in like the power of the human soul, and like that we all like in some way are connected and share this kind of power that we can draw on to do what we want to do, and like progress in how we want to progress and evolve in how we want to evolve, I guess is the best word to describe it.
Yeah. So, are you enjoying you right now?
Enjoying me?
Yeah.
I'm loving me right now. I think me has changed a lot.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah, in good ways. Like, I think I've definitely come into my own a lot more. Like, probably this year I've come into my own a lot more. I've like cut a lot of ties with like old things in the past and just really sort of been like, I'm conscious effort to like step out into the world as the person I want to be. So yeah, I'm loving me right now. Me right now is very ambitious and
Best you've been.
yeah, literally. Yeah, no, it's good. I like me.
So where would you place yourself in 10 years?
Ooh.
Or where would you want to be in 10 years?
This was a tough one because like so much can change in 10 years. I suppose right now like my big passion is obviously like gender equity. So I think in 10 years, ideally, I would love to be working for like an NGO or like being a social activist or being like a researcher or something like that, someone where I have like a really active role in understanding and tackling gender inequality. And like, I don't really know which context yet, because obviously there's a lot of work being done in like developing countries, but then I still think there needs to be work done in like developed countries, kind of like Australia, and like I would also love to do sex education. I would love to.
I reckon that is such a I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, it's like underemphasized. It's
Yeah,
like,
not
so
enough
important.
attention.
Yeah, and like the shit we get taught in sex education. I'm like, why did you not teach me all of these other things that are so much more important than like the 17 different types of STIs you can potentially get? I'm like, duh.
Could have just googled that. Like, I need to know other things.
Yeah, there's like other things. Like, what is consent? What is active consent? Like, I'm only just learning about these things now.
Like, you only think about it when you experience it, or when other people experience it. You're like, wow, I wish I knew about it before.
And like, I wish they knew about it before.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh.
So, what is one thing that you wish people would stop assuming?
Okay, so, yeah, because for this one, like, there's so many things that I think people assume that I wish people would stop assuming. But I think the one thing that I take for granted, because I don't assume it, is like, people assume that like gender and sex are related. And it drives me mad, because I'm like, they're so not related, and I feel like it should just be common knowledge that gender and sex are two completely different things. So yeah, that's one thing that I wish people would seriously stop assuming, because it just seems so basic to me, like that obviously the organ that you're born with does not define like
Who you fall in love with.
Yeah, who you fall in love with, and like what gender you would like to identify as, and like what even is gender. Like, it's a complete social construct, and people just like
It's just a category.
Yeah, you come out of the womb and they're like dick, boy, like vagina, girl, like, and
there
if
we
you
go.
Yeah, and if you're like one of those people that's like born mixed, they're like
What do we do?
So like, they're so not related, and I wish people would start. And I hate that I have to continuously explain this to people.
Yeah.
Like, y'all can just Google search, like, but like, I'm always explaining it. Yeah.
So, if you could give yourself one piece of advice when you're in school, or like just finishing school, what would you give yourself?
Like, if I could give myself one piece of advice. Oh my god. Okay, if I could give myself one piece of advice, it would be, this is going to sound so basic, but literally, we used to have, like, when it was somebody's birthday, we'd like bring in all really nice food, and I was so concerned about my body image that I just wanted to eat healthy every single day.
And wouldn't eat any?
I would not eat any of the
Same.
chocolate!
Oh my goodness.
And like, now I look back and I'm like, you missed out
on so much chocolate.
So much good stuff, right? Like, you know, if like before a test I could have just like eaten a piece of chocolate cake, I probably would have done so much better in that test. But I was all like, no, like,
you need to be fit, go to all girls school.
I be like healthy, like vegan. Oh
my gosh, that I've never thought of that, but I actually, or like you eat it and then you feel bad,
right,
and you're like, the whole day
bad.
at school you're like, oh,
stupid, like, oh my god.
all these skinny girls walking
Oh
around.
my god, like, I used to hate it. So like, I don't know, yeah, I mean, it sounds really basic, but like literally if I could go back, I'd be like, Kelly, eat the food. Like,
It's not
stop
gonna matter
eating your
now.
salad, like your salad with no dressing because it's got sugar in it, like, oh, kill
Eat what
me.
you want.
Nowadays, oh my god, exam time, this
Literally.
girl lives off chocolate. I eat nothing like but like chocolate and coffee, and like, it's so bad, but it's so
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You do what you gotta do.
Yeah, well, they're all the questions. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say, add?
No? I don't think so.
Cool.
Follow her on Instagram, too.
Yeah, follow her on Instagram. I'll put it all below. Very inspirational on Instagram. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I care.
Thanks.